Well, hello guys, I'm having a little ride today to just test out some new equipment. I've finally bought a media mod and an external microphone, so it should make me more legible, and I'm going to try with two cameras, although one of them's an old GoPro 5, and sync them up, so it's a bit of an experimental day. Anyway, it's the day after Storm Eunice. I'm down at Bere to the side of Poole Quay. Poole Quay is over there. You see a Condor ferry. Bere has got nothing to do with digging bait. It actually the original name was Bay Tor. That's Bouncy Island in front of me there. You can't see which farm. No, well, Corfe Castle's over there. Again, you won't be able to see that. And over there is Millionaires Row. It's Sandbanks, which we are going to be heading to. So what we're going to do, we're going to go through Poole Park, through Sandbanks, catch the ferry, over Studland, and then over to Purbecks, so we'll end up sort of over there somewhere. So hope you enjoyed the ride today. So a lot of this is all reclaimed land here, where these houses are. But what is more macabre is this was actually a bit further inland, a burial ground for those that died of the Black Death. You normally found that Black Death burials were normally done on the edge of the town, and obviously Poole Town is in front, so this was the burial ground. And obviously Poole got affected really badly, being that it was a port, and obviously a lot of the rats and that were coming off the boats and creating the vile plague. So it looks as though we have an Indian day down here. Didn't know this was going on. Fancy a curry. Making me rather peckish. So yes, Poole Park holds events, tennis courts, etc., boat hire. That tree has been like that ever since I can remember. Now you've got the restaurant, cafe. Used to actually have an ice rink in there at one time. Excuse me. The railway's just been reinstated. It actually shut down. I believe the original owners went bust, and I'm not sure if it's now council run or it's a new franchise. I really don't know. Lovely swan there. But anyway, nice to see it back, because again, I've been on that even when I was a kid, so it's been around a long time. Nice bit of indicating, excellent. Been a lot of controversy about this particular bit of road. A lot of people want this closed. Bloody hell, what's he got there, a bus? Really? Yeah, a lot of people want this this closed. They don't want the rat run. No, No, I'm on my way. And that's probably why they want it closed. It's people can't drive, they can't give way. No tolerance. You can say I had no tolerance there, but Christ, I was already in the tunnel, so. And this is where things start getting expensive. So this is Lily put. There was actually caves back there years ago, no longer there, and there's a bit more of this has been reclaimed, but so you certainly got to have a bit of brass to buy a place around here. And as we go closer to the water, the more and more expensive it becomes, but trust me, it's dear enough here anyway. This is what happens. All the older houses are slowly being torn down, and these, well, you see, there was actually quite some Art Deco places down here, and they sort of replicate some of that Art Deco style. This is known as Evening Hill. A lot of people come, believe it or not, in the evening to watch a sunset from here. This part of the bay is very shallow out there. You can walk out there for quite a while, hence that's why it's so popular with water sports here. God, it's busy. A show off to their mates and to tear up and down. The three policemen I think Poole have been rather tied up with it all, and end of school teenagers coming to celebrate and having a few drinks and getting a little bit rowdy and upsetting the hyper wealthy in here. Of course, I'm sure they've never had a few drinks and been rowdy, have they? No, but because it's on their doorstep, then they don't like it. No. Why live in a place where you've got a beach to the back, which has got public access, and a very busy road at the front, and then moan about people making a noise? Goodness sake, you can't have it all. That's why I wouldn't want to live here. Too many people. As you can see, it's rather to the brim. If you've got money to burn, you can go into a couple of these restaurants here, especially Wickstein. What you may as well do is go and find a decent fish and chip shop and then chuck a couple of £100 out the window. You'll probably have more pleasure, certainly have better tasting food. This is the queue for the ferry. One advantage with being on two wheels is we could skip the queues. Oh, the queues. I cannot believe that it is this busy on a relatively overcast day, but there we are. It's nothing but surprises. Yeah, shall I go that side or in the middle? Sorry? Take the inside. Okay, bud. Quite a nice picture of John Lennon and his Aunt Mimi walking off of this ferry. It won't be that one. There's probably been a couple of ferries since, but it was taken right there because his auntie had a place on Sandbanks. So this is a chain-driven ferry. It's basically two chains. Probably just see them on the left and right of the slipway there, and it pulls itself backwards and forwards along here. It's a very, very strong race of water because everything in Poole Harbour, which is everything out there, comes in and out of here. So you can appreciate the race can be quite dramatic sometimes here. Here we are over to Studland. So we've got a pirate there. This is where the chaos begins. Been a lot of controversy about people camping here overnight. So the beaches are to the left here. There is some to the right, but the main beaches are that way. There is a naturist beach. It probably starts around about there, and it lasts for a stretch of the beach. There's a couple of warning signs there, so if you're of a nervous disposition and don't fancy seeing some 60 and 70 year old naked people there, then yeah, you can probably stay away. There's 3 beaches along Studland. I think it's north, middle and south. The other thing I was going to mention is this road is actually a private road. And back in the day it used to be quite a thing. You used to take your helmet off your bike and have that sort of quarter or half a mile of freedom of riding without a helmet. I'm not sure if it still is, because the toll booths are up there. The toll booths used to be further on down here. I'll have to check that to see if this bit is still a private road. There's the first of the Studland beaches. Oh dear. Quite a prestigious hotel. Used to have a helicopter landing point in here at one time. No idea what it's like in there. Beyond my pay grade. Get someone slow in front of you when the bends come up. Is the ice cream van here today? That'll see if it's still summer. Yes. Lovely viewpoint there, look. All over Poole Bay. Cracking. Beautiful Corfe Castle that you can never get bored of looking at. Thank you. They've put some bollards here to stop people parking there. Amazing, they haven't done it back there. To make everybody go in the National Trust one. Lovely little village this. Dad came here as a boy and worked on a farm, and a little story or a little fact. Only once in my life have I got so drunk I've passed out and collapsed, and I have to admit it was in the New Inn, which is just up here on the left. I may also defend myself to say I was a young lad. It was a works jolly, and it was a free bar. And does that count? Am I saving myself here? I don't know. maybe whizzing down there, but my God, I had a hill to climb up to start with. Lovely view out there. Should have done that, sink it. I was going to say it's quite popular with amateur radio enthusiasts, CB radios, and somebody's already up there with what I would say is a 70cm beam. Could also be for PMR. I know a lot of guys use that PMR 3-band now. There in front is Portland. What a beautiful view. So I mean, it's very clear up here today, very, very clear. I think that storm is just washed away a lot of the impurities in the air. And that's Tyneham down there, they call it a ghost village. The army took it over during the war. I'm sure you know the story, Google it. But yeah, Tyneham, so it's full of old abandoned places, but few of them have been rebuilt. And that's all MOD land, or they certainly are the custodians and have access to it all. Tank training, etc. Shooting practice. I used to shoot dummy cells. I think, you know, these are like oh look, I think that's a car. Yeah, so these are targets, and in the old days they would be like a concrete dummy shell, but I think nowadays it's all done electronically now. You see some old tanks down there, old target ones. They're all getting grown over now. Nature reclaiming the tank. There's another target. And this is where those, well, we went past those targets, that's where the tanks fire from in there. And they got their monitoring posts and that, so I'll briefly tell you what I've got. So I've got the media mod, and I've got, I should have done the sync bit. So I've got the media mod, I've got the Purple Panda microphone. I did get another one, but I don't know, it just didn't seem to work right for me. So I got the dead cat on the Purple Panda. That sounds like some bizarre farm going on, doesn't it? I've no idea what it's going to sound like, so hence that's why I've come out today. And it's particularly windy, and I'm visor up, and I couldn't really find a decent place to affix it in the helmet, so it's sort of below my chin. So I'm just going to be intrigued, and I'm going to be intrigued about syncing these two up when I haven't been doing it correctly. So just an experimental day, but I do hope you've enjoyed the ride. Tried to oh, there's some lucky people that live in some wonderful places like that lane. Oh, I'd love to drive up and have a... oh, just be great. I'm going to apply for a DMMO, see what happens. Well, I know what would happen. It would sit on the council's desk for about 20 years before they finally said no, but... God, that looked appealing. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but along the top there's a series of burial mounds. I should imagine the Bronze Age, and they're called, I don't know, something like 7 horses. And just breaking the skyline up there, I know with the GoPro it's quite difficult to see sometimes, but that was a statement for the time, wasn't it? You know, they bury their dead in the most highest prominent place. I think there's a stone up here which says what the name was. So I thought it was called, I don't know, like 6 Sisters or 7 Horses, or we'll see in a moment. Crows? Those damn crows. Hello, what have we got up there? I'm not very good with my birds of prey, but I know what a kite looks like because of the tail. Not the most best of things to do. 5 Marys. That's it, 5 Marys. So I got it completely wrong. Yes, that's what it's called. 5 Marys. And I believe this area here, I mean, although it's not you can't really distinguish it, but also was like a long barrow, so you know, a burial mound, and I can't remember what it was called. Terrible, aren't I? No memory. It's like Long John's or something. That's I thought that was some wartime relic there, but unfortunately it's nothing more exciting than a reservoir for the farm. And there's a clever little thing that goes up and down so you can see how much water is left in there. Boozer that is. I only went in there once and I was quite surprised. Don't know why I didn't think it was going to be nice. It's probably because it's a little bit out on a limb and it's quite boxy looking. Doesn't give you that sort of warm countryside inn type of feel on the outside, but inside, yeah, it's very nice. That used to be a great cafe in there. sadly it's gone downhill faster than Eddie the Eagle on Greece. It's terrible, but it used to be good. Right, this is where I'm going to end this video, because I am now going to make my way home and have a look at this footage and see if it was any good. Hope you enjoyed the little trip around some of the more affluent areas of Dorset there, and scenic, and we'll catch you again. Take care, ride safe.